Hi, this is Medi Ivy. I am a national bestseller and I do Medi Ivy mentorships where do 10-week program with authors. We meet every week. You send me everything you write and I help you figure out how to get a book done in 10 weeks. Today, I want to talk to you about the top 3 writing problems in a first draft. All right? The top 3 problems. Problem number 1, you don't have enough scenes. So many people, when they start writing, they sort of do stream of consciousness writing. If they're used to essay writing, they tell you what's happening. You've heard the show don't tell. That's what I'm talking about. You need a scene. You need to tell me where it's happening, when it's happening. You need to have characters. Tell me about the characters, and then your characters need to have some kind of conflict. Often dialogue. Most books are 80% dialogue. That means both fiction and memoir. If you are writing a nonfiction self-help book, then I will say you maybe can get away with 30 to 50% dialogue, but you need to have dialogue. You need to have characters interacting with each other. This is the best way, the best tool that you have for getting your readers to engage and feel like they are there in that moment, experiencing it with your characters. That's what's going to make them keep turning pages. So that's problem number 1 and how I solve it. Problem number 2, emotions. You need to have, again, your reader invest in the character. That means you need to have the reader feel emotion. And if the reader needs to feel emotion, you have to talk about how the characters are feeling emotion. Generally, it's going to be your viewpoint character, the character whose head you're telling everything. It can be a first person viewpoint. So like, I saw this, I did this, I felt this, or third person, he or she felt or saw and did this. But whatever you do, every time that there is something that happens, the character needs to emotionally react to it. Now, I know that there are writers out there who say you've got to be careful that you don't want to tell the reader, he felt sad, she felt sad, I felt sad. Yes, that is true. Saying I felt sad is flat and inadequate. So my advice for you is when you're describing character, get in the body of the character. Emotions are something that we feel physically. So think about how you feel an emotion. Does it get you in your gut? Does it make your hands shake? Does it make you sweat? And don't always go to the most obvious sign of an emotion. Maybe it makes you nauseous. Maybe it makes your eyes itchy. Maybe it makes your nose run. Maybe it feels like someone's sitting on your chest. Think about the most vivid way that you can describe the emotion and write it into your book. Do not forget to write the emotion, because if you do, your reader will have a flat experience. But with emotion in there, your reader's going to feel that emotion. Okay, that's number 2. Now, number 3 is passive characters. This is a problem I see over and over again in books, and I'm going to try to talk you through how to solve this problem. Sometimes this is because we ourselves feel as though things happened to us. And so we have characters who have things happen to them, and then the characters react to the things happening to them. And I'm not saying you can never have something happen to a character and have them react. Obviously, that's a realistic thing. Things do happen to people. There are earthquakes. There are villains who force people to react. But your character should not primarily be reactive. From the very first page, from the very first chapter, your character should have goals and things they want and should be pushing forward. They should have a strong personality and should be moving the world to get what they want. And yes, they may change their mind. They may get what they want and realize they didn't want that after all and have to figure out what they really want, but they need to want something. That's really going to make your characters connect. So that's it. Those are the 3 biggest problems that I see in writing and the 3 best ways to fix them.